something that I actually want to talk to you. That like, there's like three specific topics that I want to talk to you. One of them, about the awards. Which, by the way, talking about the awards and our boys Nitty Gritty and Shindo, congratulations to our two friends, man. They got Grammy nominee, bro. Good job for those guys.
I was lost for a second. I was like, what awards are we talking about? Sure, hell yeah, man. Dude, hard work. Those guys put in a lot of hours into where they're at today.
Bro, and we've seen each one to where they started, man. And look where they at right now. And we've seen them on the lowest, man. And it's incredible how they managed to pull through and reach to the stars to where they are right now, man. They're on Nitty Gritty's. We always knew that Nitty Gritty had the talent, and he was just like, dude, you're gonna be big at the Skrillex, man. Mm-hmm. Shindo, he literally put the hardest work I've ever seen in my life, and that guy has 6 freaking Grammy nominees from one song, bro. For one freaking song, bro, and it's insane. Yeah. And Nitty basically has 3 Grammys from 3 different songs, from Major Lazer, J Balvin, and Marshmello.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know about the J Balvin. I was like, oh, wow. That's actually one of the songs that I like. It's on my like. I was like, oh, wow. I did not know that.
Dude, at this point, nothing will surprise me. Like, I'm pretty sure Nitty has done every song on every artist in the world at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do too, man. Do it all.
Do it all, man. Well, I mean, you got this, bro. You know you have the talent, so I know you're going to get it.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the definition. Him and Shindo are the definition of just keeping your head down, just keep working.
Yeah, bro. They're really the definition of like, this is what you do when you hard work and be patient about it, man.
Hard work pays off, man.
Hard work pays off, man. Now, I do want to ask you something about the Grammys, because I have my feelings towards the Grammys, and a lot of people, surprisingly, I have a lot of people who are saying like, dude, I have no idea that the Grammys work like that. I'm like, yeah, they do. And it's the fact that the Grammys are rigged overall. Now, are you aware of that?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Which is the part that you know about? Let me hear your side of the story.
I always see it like it's mainly like a popularity like award. You get me? It's whoever's mostly popping.
Right.
Obviously, all these labels put a bunch of money into those things for certain artists to win and all that stuff, because obviously that means like, oh, look, our label won like X amount of Grammys.
Yeah.
You get me? But what else do you add on to that for?
Well, to add on to that, because I forgot about that part. I forgot that you have to submit and you had to put some money on it. And when you get Grammy or Grammy nominee, you literally you demonstrate like, see, like, look at all our artists, look in our label, look how many Grammys we got in our belt, I forgot about that part. The part that I go to, you said it was popularity. What people don't know about it is that these Grammys, yes, they are voted, but they're not voted by the public.
Right.
They're voted by within the inner circles,
Right. It's like the presidential election.
Yeah, basically, like we don't have a say in all this. Like, you basically you can go to their website or their Twitter polls and say like, I want this guy, and this guy seems to be like the one that's gonna win. But then when the award comes, it's another schmo who wins. And you're like, what the fuck? But we all know, we all voted. We all know this guy is the winner. Reality, it doesn't work like that. Reality is that people who work within the Grammys and members of the Grammys are the ones who vote the artists.
Right.
Now, the downside to all that is the fact that you're giving your vote to someone who doesn't work in that environment. And they're like, okay, I'll vote to Taylor Swift because I don't know who The Weeknd is. So let's just say, and that's how you get this like, oh, the winning goes to this person. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, this person did not do a good year. I mean, sure, it's there, but this one did a better work.
Right.
But that's how it works. It's like, I'm a country engineer. Like, I only do country music. I only know country music. Now, if you give me the vote for best artist of the year, I'm gonna go with the one that I know, the country singer.
Right.
Now, if you give me the best hip hop artist of the year, best EDM artist of the year, the best pop or R&B, I don't know any of these guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna go randomly and boom. Or I'm just gonna go like hey, my friend did this project. I'm gonna vote for him, even though it's probably the shittiest artist. I'm gonna go for him because I know him.
Right.
So that's how the Grammy works. Because I made like an episode that explained the reason why The Weeknd didn't win the Grammys, bro, and why a lot of artists like The Weeknd, Kanye, and others is like against the Grammys, and they feel like the Grammys are all full of shit. And I agree with them. And it's because like The Weeknd basically like, dude, the last album that The Weeknd put out is by far one of his best work. And there was a theme behind it. And all his music videos continues with that theme. And he continues on, you know? Right. Like Weeknd put in the hard work and he did everything by the book and he still didn't win one single Grammy, bro. Which is like
also a numbers game too, no? I mean, it's just not just like
But remember, let's just say, okay, let's say that it's a numbers game. Let's just say that The Weeknd has the numbers. Let's just say that The Weeknd has more numbers than the other competitors, and he still doesn't win it. Don't you feel? Yeah, because that was another thing that I remember a few years ago. Do you remember Despacito with Daddy Yankee and Louis Fonsi?
Uh-huh. That thing broke records.
That thing broke records. Like that shit like broke records from YouTube, from streaming Spotify, Apple Music, and whatever, bro. Like that motherfucking song like reached the millions and not billions.
Right.
I remember that.
And no Grammy, right?
I don't think there was a Grammy, or I don't think there was a Grammy of the year or a song of the year. Like they didn't get it. And you're like, what the fuck? Like this song is fire. Like look at YouTube. YouTube has like billions of views.
Yep.
Unfortunately, just because the song has a billion views in YouTube doesn't, translate to Grammy worthiness, doesn't translate to them. That is like, okay, it may have 12 billion views, but we find it very simple, the song. We find it like,
Right.
Yeah, it's just like that, bro. And they go with that whole monopoly voting system. And obviously, if you got a couple of people and you tell them like, yo, vote for this, vote for this, vote for this, vote for this, obviously you're rigging the vote system even more,
Right.
Because most of the time these engineers or these Grammy members, they really don't give a shit. And they'll just vote for whatever the instance. And if somebody tells them, yo, I'll give you $50 if you vote for this one, it's like, I bet I'll take those $50. There, done. So that was like the other dark side of the moon that people normally don't see that often, What are your thoughts with this?
I mean, not much, to be honest with you. It's surprising, but it's not surprising because it's business.
Really?
It's kind of like I once heard. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard that sometimes these artists or the labels pay for these artists to perform in these things for they could get more views or more recognition. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. It's for sure crazy, but I don't know. I still believe, and for sure it makes sense what you're saying. But for sure, I think it's like a 50-50, man. I don't know. I mean, because so far the songs that I know that won Grammys, like they're good songs. You know what I mean? They're produced well, and I don't mean just like beat, like produce. I mean like produce, like the verse is really well written. The chorus came in really smooth. The theme behind it. You get me? So it could be a 50-50 for sure. You get me? I guess you get me. It gets the best songs, and then I guess that's where it gets rigged. You get me? It's like, who do we want to win? You get me? And then have people vote, like, vote for this person. You get me? Because he's gonna be the next big thing.
Right.
Or she's gonna be the next big thing.
Right.
But that's surprising. I didn't even think about that, about like how they have their own little circle and like they vote right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just everyone who's a member of the Grammys. Like I could be a member, you could be a member. There's a fee behind it. It's like you pay $50 a year, I think, when you start. And then, the more years you've been as a member, the more upgrades and the more you got to pay.
Yeah, the more value you have, basically.
Yeah, the more value you got, and then you have the right to vote and then you decide to. But that's the thing that's where I feel like it's not fair. It's not fair that you give the vote to, instead of, you know what? I'll be satisfied. Like if that's the way that you vote for awards, I'll be satisfied if you give that vote to people who work in that genre of music.
Okay. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I'll be much more satisfied that rather than giving that vote to everyone else in the Grammys, including people who've never touched that genre, that they've only done country in their life, and all of a sudden, like, they have the right to vote for who's the best pop artist or who's the best R&B, and they probably have no idea who they are. Obviously, I'm saying it hypothetically as saying, like, you know, they probably know who they are. They probably seen them, but they have no idea of their work. They don't know their projects. So it's what I'm trying to get to. You know, it's like I don't like that fact that you giving that vote to me. Like, who's gonna be the best country artist of the year? I'm like, I don't know anything about country. I only
end up making some random one.
Yeah, like I'll just like I guess this one, or I'll just Google this. So, like, let me see this person's work. Okay, sounds corny. Okay, this one looks good looking, so I'll just circle this one and that's it. You know, right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair for sure.
That's how it works, man, and that's how most of these music awards work as well. And tell you, some of these music awards do more of that whole popularity and money involved. Like the billboards, obviously, like who's gonna be the best billboard number one? Whatever is number one on the billboards, that's the winner.
Yeah,
you're not gonna give it to second place to the first place who deserved it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So that one's a little bit much more transparent, but we all know that sometimes they even fudge those polls, those standings, you know?
Yeah.
Because they all go by album sales or single sales or, you know, combined merch sales and all of that. And that's how they climb up the polls and like that.
Right.
I don't know. Those are my 2 cents about the awards, man. Like, I feel like it's all rigged. I just want to hear your 2 cents about it. You know, if you heard this, or is it something like extraterrestrial in your end?
No. I was like I said earlier, yeah, I just didn't know. For sure it's not fair. I mean, what can we do about it?
Complain. That's all we can do.
Unfortunately, man. Yeah.
That's all we could do.
Really. That's really all you can do.
Yeah.
But man, if you get your song that you made in the Grammy, just that nomination is amazing, to be honest with you.
I say whatever I gotta say about the Grammys, and I feel however I feel about that. Needless to say, anybody who lands as a Grammy nominee, like, dude, you made it.
Yeah.
Like it don't matter. The fact that your project is in the nominations, that they're nominating you to get to the best song of the year or album or whatnot, like, oh my God, bro, that's literally a huge achievement. Like, barely people get to have the chance to do it, you know?
And I don't want to jinx it or anything, but dude, I think Shindo's gonna win a Grammy, dude. Dude, Peaches was everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And it's Justin Bieber, you get me?
It's fucking Justin Bieber, bro. Like,
and the fact, like, it's just so crazy, like, how it started with an Instagram post. Because that's how it started, right? Like, he got the Instagram video and then he put it on Ableton and he worked around it. I was like, wow, that's insane.
Bro, that's just fucking wild, bro. He was just minding his own business. He needed to take a break, and all of a sudden he just like saw the post on Justin Bieber and he just did the drum patterns and everything else on Ableton just by that little clip that he recorded from Justin Bieber's IG story.
Yep.
Like,
it's a good song, man. It's a really good song.
Like, bro, like I'm not jinxing it because I know it's a certainty. I know in my gut, like, he's gonna win a Grammy. I don't know if he's gonna get Grammys, but he's gonna win a Grammy for sure. He's not gonna be left empty-handed. Like, no fucking way. I know there's guarantee that one of them he's gonna get a Grammy out of it for sure.
That's gonna feel amazing, bro, for him.
Bro, his life is gonna continue to grow even further beyond after this. You know, like it's already growing since he made that song from Bieber.
Yeah,
it's growing bigger now that he's nominated. Now it's gonna like go next level shit when he wins one or a few.
Fucking huge, bro.
It's fucking huge, bro. It's like, shout out to our boys, man. I hope they really actually get that Grammy because they deserve it, man. That's really, 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 really good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, switching topics right now, because this is one that I wanted to cover you for a while because
Oh boy.
I mean it. I already had my piece with it a few weeks ago, but I feel like I haven't had the chance to talk to someone else about it, and I want to go exchange, thoughts with someone, and you're one of them, and I want to hear your side because this also affects, our realm in the music festivals, and it's the whole Travis Scott debacle, man. What are your thoughts about it? Before we get to the Travis Scott, like, do you have an idea of what really happened and where are we right now?
My understanding is that it got over capacity, and just people were just going crazy, and
right.
Accidents happen. There's deaths, unfortunately, and stuff like that. That's my understanding of it. It's just a concert that went left real fast. Yeah.
So basically, that's like a nice little summary about it. The bigger detailed summary about it is just that it was an sold out concert, and he encouraged people to just break in and just get into the festival. It doesn't matter.
He said that?
There's a Twitter behind it.
Oh, you see that? Yeah, that didn't know. Because what I was gonna say is I thought that was the venue's fault. You know what I mean?
No.
That was his fault because obviously you weren't paying attention. Because there's a video, of at least hundreds of people breaking in, jumping the fence and then knocking it down.
That's because he instigated. Like, he tweeted out and say yo, even if it's sold out, just fucking get in, find a way, break in, do something.
Yeah, he messed up for sure.
No, he messed up big time in this whole debacle.
I for sure do not agree because it was a for sure all ages concert, right? That's what it was.
You know what? You got me there. I don't know if it was an all ages concert, but I do know for sure that 2 kids died. Like a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old died in that concert.
See, I mean, he did what he did. Obviously, if he said that, then he has some fault into that. But for sure, how are you gonna let your kid go to a festival like that? And if you go to a concert, it's because you like the artist and you know what the artist is about. You know his energy. So you already know. I mean, Travis Scott is a wild guy.
Yes,
his concerts are crazy. So if you're going in there, you already gotta have a mind of where you're sending your child to. You get me?
Yeah.
So that alone, because even if it wasn't over capacity, it's still a crazy concert. You get me?
Yeah.
People are gonna be mosh pitting, pushing, even probably punching your 9-year-old son daughter. You get me?
No, but I agree. I agree because I don't just wholeheartedly give the blame to Travis. I give the blame to everyone else involved.
Yeah.
This is not a one-sided blame. This is everyone has a blame in all this.
Yeah. For example, the camera guy, he was being told that somebody was dying there. He should have because all those people have walkie-talkies.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I saw that video. You're absolutely right.
I don't care how important your job is, bro. If there's someone there dying, bro, you got to get on your mic and tell people there's an emergency. You get me?
Yeah.
Because Travis Scott is I don't know, freaking a mile away. You get me? How's he gonna see that from all the way over there? Obviously, the ones that were close up, then for sure, yeah, he had some fault in that because he saw people fainting and stuff like that. And he didn't stop it. But for the people that are all in the back, that was the camera guy because the camera guy was right there. You get me?
Yeah.
So literally everybody had a fault in that.
I agree, bro. I blame Travis has the blame because he instigated the people, and this is not his first time.
Yeah.
Which is why I give him the biggest blame because this is not his first rodeo doing some wild, crazy shit. And I don't believe anybody who tells me that he's a victim in all this. Horse shit, he's a victim, He has a history of this. It's a pattern behavior. It was just a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. And then so happened, it just blew up right now. Right. He has the major blame. The second person who I blame in all this was the promoters or the event people, Live Nation, because they had the power to stop the fucking show. They have the power. They have the tech people.
Right.
They had that. They knew that it was sold out and it was over capacity. They could have just like literally get their security guards to like push out people out. It's like, no, we need to do crowd control. But they didn't do any of that.
Yeah. Once all your concerts that packed, bro, you had to do something.
Yeah.
It looked like an empire, bro. It was crazy.
And I blame the city of Houston, like the police and the fire department. Because those guys were like, they had to know. They had to know at a certain point that this shit is getting out of hand. And they had every power to plug it. Mind you, like, that's the city. If the city itself tells you, like, we need to cut this shit now, you have to cut this shit now. Or else you'll get arrested. Or else you're going to get fines. Or else you get a massive lawsuit. They had the part of it. But according to them, you know, everybody's playing the blame game. No, it wasn't my fault. It was his fault. No, it wasn't my fault. It was his fault.
Everybody had a little bit of fault into it.
Everybody had a little fault into it. And then obviously I'll blame the parents. The parents that let their children, their babies, to come over to the fucking concert at Travis Scott's concert.
Yeah.
The fuck, bro?
You as a parent, you got to know what type of environment they're going to be in.
Yeah.
I don't care how busy your life is. You gotta know where you're gonna take your kid at.
Like, bro, bro, like, you knew what you were doing. You knew where. There's no mind behind this, bro. Like, if you're gonna take your like your 9-year-old kid to an opera concert and he likes opera, then yeah, sure, why not? Like, take him over there because you know what goes on an opera. You just sit down, listen to an opera concert, and then listen to classical music and yada yada yada. That's it. All right, you had a great time. Me too. Let's go. Let's go again. If you take that on a rock concert, what do you think it's gonna happen on a rock concert?
Mosh pits.
Mosh pit. If you're taking it to I don't know, an Ariana Grande concert, it's a bunch of teenage girls screaming at each other. Obviously, that's all you're gonna get. Screaming fans.
Right.
But you know what's going to happen. You know that if you take that on a Rihanna or on a Justin Bieber concert, you know it's not going to get lit. You know they're just going to go, oh my God, look at this guy. Look at this girl. Oh my God, that's my favorite. You're my God. Blah, blah, blah. You take it to a fucking hip hop concert, festival.
Shit gets wild.
Shit gets wild, bro. And what type of exposure you're trying to put to your kids, bro? At that young age, you know? Yep. Like I like reggae music, but I would not take my kids to a reggae concert because I have nothing against people smoking weed, but I don't need my kids to be exposed to that.
Agreed.
They're too young about that. They're too young, bro. You don't want to be exposed to that type of shit, you know? And especially you don't want to exposed to a hip hop concert, a trap concert, in which all they do is like rage out. You see people taking mollies and getting lit and drunk, and you see fights, you see mosh pits, you see everything. Like it's surprisingly that in today's era, like rock concerts are not as violent as it was back then.
Oh, yeah, no.
Now the most violent concerts is like the rap concerts, the hip hop concerts, the trap concerts, you know. I wouldn't put EDM in that spectrum because as much as I see a lot of mosh pits in all these dubstep shows and festivals or whatnot, there is some sort of level of there is, like, call it that we are wild people, sure, but there's control in there. Like, they know, like, if someone falls down on a mosh pit, they know that they're gonna help and help them out, you know. They're not gonna let them trample, you know. And you can tell, look at all the shows and the festivals, like, you can see how many people have died of drugs and overdoses from these EDM festivals. Before it was like 10, 20 people dying on a festival. Now it's shortened to one or none.
Yeah.
See, that's control. Yeah. Like, they know. And sometimes some of these DJs, they do take a look around at the crowd, and they see something wrong, they'll stop the whole set and be like, yo, you good? We're good. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true. I just to add on to that, I think it's just because as far as trap, like all those hip hop rap concerts, since they're taking those, for example, all those mosh pits, that wild live sound, you get me?
Yeah.
it's so new to them that they don't know about that. You get me? They don't know
elaborate.
Like, for example, like in a hip hop concert and like people are getting wild. They don't know if somebody falls, you got to pick them up. You get me? Like raves, rock concerts to be more specific. Like they know if somebody's like to their limit, like they're like, yo, okay, watch out, stop. Like this person's in danger already. You get me? Like they know where's the limit. As far as like, this is just so new to these people that they don't know that. You get me? They just want to go all out. Like they don't have boundaries or respect. And that's where the control comes from. You get me? But now with this, hopefully it's an eye opener. So whenever they go to like all these crazy shows, they go, oh, okay, hold up. This person's like about to pass out. Hold up, give him space and all that stuff. But it's a Travis Scott. His energy is crazy, bro.
I mean, you saw some of the videos, right?
Yeah.
I saw like a whole bunch of videos. Like I
on TikTok, you see a bunch. There's even some like where people are literally on the floor filming. I'm just like, how the first thing you're gonna do when you're on the floor is film? Yeah, dude. But I don't know, man. That's why another thing that a kid should not be in those environments.
No.
For example, you and me. Example, I'm not even getting into the topic. But as you and me, if we fall down, we have enough strength. I mean, we developed already strength to like, all right, get the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, push people off. But a kid doesn't have strength enough to like, hey, help me. Like,
yeah,
it depends on other people to save them. And those people are all like high out of their mind, partying. And like I was saying, like, they don't have that mentality where it's like, if somebody falls, they pick them up and be like, oh, are you okay? I mean, they just like keep partying and raging. So, yeah, like I said, hopefully there's a huge eye opener to all these like crazy concerts. That's like, if you see that, help out the other person and do your best to like, try to help out that person and have no casualties.
Yeah, bro. Because it's wild when I saw some of these video clips and it's just like,
for sure, like the main thing was like, dude, it was way over capacity. It was just like at that point, the only thing you can do is just shut it down, bro.
Yeah,
way too many people.
No, but
I personally, dude, if I don't care how much I like the artist, like
right.
I like artists, and it's rare for me. Like I don't think I've probably gone to a concert of somebody that I truly like, handful of times that I paid for a ticket, and I'll ever see that, bro, I'd rather leave. Like I don't give a fuck, bro. I'd rather listen to you on Spotify, and I'm Gucci, bro.
Yeah.
Or just watch you all the way from the back, bro. At the end of the day, I'm still looking at the show.
Yeah, and that's why, that's exactly why I always like to enjoy my shows or my concerts far as fuck away from anyone else. Like I don't give a fuck if I'm in the totem pole over there. I'll be in that totem pole, or if I'm in the VIP section, or am I the backstage section?
VIP is the worst, bro.
Yeah,
it's even more cramped. You know this. Everybody wants to be so close and shit. I'm like, oh my god.
Here's the thing, bro. I hardly go to the VIPs, so I'm always backstage or far away from their audience. Like I don't like to be near people at all.
Same.
Yeah, that's why I always go. That's why if I go to a show, I'm always gonna be in the back side of the room, or I'm gonna be behind them.
Unless it's a seated concert, then for sure I'll go to the front. Like, because my seat's there. You get me?
Yeah, that's a much more different, because that's a whole different level of control. That's a more of a guarantee. Like that's your spot. Nobody can take you, because you can just call security and say, hey, somebody's got my spot. They don't want to leave, and you're like, all right, get out. That's actually much more different. Yeah, that's much more organized. Let's just put it in those words, organized. But yeah, when it's concerts like that, it's just. Yeah, I just put the blame on everybody, like I said. And I heard one of the press conference from the police chief of a reason why they didn't stop it is that they believe that if they stopped it, there was gonna be a riot.
Could have been, yeah. All these people are wild, man. These people are wild.
I give them the fact that the people are wild, but shit, like you're risking a riot versus 10 lives.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have angry people than people that are dead.
Because at least with the angry people, you have the police power to control it and control the situation. Sure, it's extra work for your men, but hey, who's got the weapons? Who's got the mask? Who's got the protective gear? Who was paid to be there to make sure that there's order?
That wasn't
like what are we talking about? Like, if there's gonna be a riot, like, let there be a riot, bro. Let there be a riot. At least you guys have every right to push them out.
Yeah.
What was this festival? I keep forgetting the name of this English festival. It's in England. It's a very, very famous festival. That this festival itself was like has a stage that has it's a huge field, bro. It's a huge field, like Tomorrowland type field that has like hundreds of thousands of people watching on that one stage. You know, I forgot what it was.
I don't know what that is.
It was
kind of reminds me of what is it, Woodstock?
It was something like that, bro. But England has it. Like, I don't know if it's Creamfields or it's like Guttenberry or Suttonberry. Some way correct me, man. I don't know. But I heard that those guys, when it gets to a certain point, when they see like there's like a lot of people in a certain section, they do crowd control. They actually send people in, just like, yo, Pat, step back. You can't pass this line anymore. Like, we need to have some crowd control. And you got security guards inside that, barrier to have that crowd control to make sure, like, hey, like, we cannot let them overtake, because if not, it's gonna go haywire. That's some level of crowd control. That's actually pretty cool that they do something like that. But
that's definitely good. That's really good, actually, that they do that.
Yeah,
you're having a good time, but you're safe at the same time.
Yeah. What do you think is gonna be your thoughts, or what do you think it's gonna happen with future festivals learning from this experience?
I think the main thing is just going to be more of people are going to be aware of safety, hopefully. And for sure, venues and like event management, they're going to be more aware of those situations, for sure. But I as far as that, I think that's just going to be the big change. And as far as that type of genre, I think they're going to have more. They're gonna have a more clear mind of what goes down in those concerts. You get me? So they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, we don't want something like that to happen again." So you get me? They'll be like, "Yo, let's help out these people," because there were people trying to help out, but a lot of them were just like, "Oh, I want to go to the front." You get me? And they just kept pushing.
Yeah, a lot of them were even in the floor. It was so funny. It's like, "Help, yo, can you help out?" It's like, "No, I can't." Why not? Because I got somebody stuck in me. I can't get up.
That's crazy. That's sad, actually, man.
Yeah.
I like you're going to a concert, have a good time, man, and stuff like that happens.
Bro, the victims that passed away from this, like I remember, I put them out there in the episode. One of them was their first time going to a concert, and it was the last one. It's like,
that really does suck, man. If you find yourself in a situation like that, I don't care how much you like the artist, just step away. Your life is not worth a freaking concert.
No, bro, your life is much more bigger than that. And mind you, we're all talking about this and this whole shit that's happening, and COVID is going still rampant in all of this.
Yeah, that is true, man. COVID is still the thing. Unfortunately, man.
COVID
and that's crazy, right? How packed it was. You're so close to hundreds and thousands of people.
Fuck 6 feet separation. Like, now we're going by dick sizes.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, let's go 3 inches. Like, all right, this is how close you are. Let's go with this guy. No, this guy's a mendigo. That's 6 inches. Let's go separate 6 inches of separation. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's wild, bro. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, you see this, but you don't see this that often, and it's very rare. And I hate when people say like, no, I feel bad for the artist. It's like, you know what? If the artist didn't know, I feel for him. But if the artist is like a repeated offender, like offender in the sense like this is not his first time that he's done this before and has tell people to mosh pit the fuck out or break the rules or instigate that sort of behavior and violence, what should I feel sympathy for the artist? Should I actually feel like bad for him?
Yeah, no. I mean, he asked for it.
That's the thing that I don't understand. How come we don't see that? Like, why are we not using our brains? Like, if it's the first time, got it. He feels bad. I'm sorry. But if it's like the 10th time,
You got to do something about that, guy.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. And I saw the apology video that he did on Instagram. Did you saw that?
I didn't see it, but everybody was making a joke of it. Like it seemed like one of those, like, oh, one of your lawyers told you to say that.
That's what it is. It felt so scripted. It felt so cringe, to be honest, because it felt like he was trying to be emotional and sympathetic about it, but it just doesn't show it. It doesn't feel like, I don't receive it like that.
Right. I still haven't seen it this day. Gotta see it.
Oh, take a look at it. Like, scroll down on my episode and you scroll a lot and you'll see it, bro. Like, you'll see the section in which he was very like, I'm so sorry. Like, this shouldn't happen. I love my fans.
Right. He should have won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, that was definitely an Oscar guarantee performance, because holy shit, bro.
Oh man.
No, yeah, bro. Like, it's just so cringy to the part. Like, it felt so fake.
Yeah.
Like,
he has to be careful if he ever does a show again.
Well, he's not doing concerts so far right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, man. After that, there's no way.
Yeah, he
on break, and then
he said he pulled out on a festival that was like was it Coachella? I don't know. It was like a bunch of artists playing, and they replaced him with Post Malone to it. And he pulled out. He's like saying he's taking a break so far, and it is what it is. Right now, he has like multiple lawsuits.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is something that's gonna be. It's not gonna be a next year kind of situation in which we sign an NDA and let's move on with our lives. No, this is gonna be a long hill battle from here for many ages.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be surprised if you still have enough money.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, a lawsuit itself, how much you're trying to settle for, you're settling for
I'll be honest with you, the way the world works, they're not going to sue him for that much. It's going to go way down. And artists, you get me, all these artists have investments. So as far as money terms, he's still going to have a good amount.
You think so?
I know so, man, for sure. That's just the way this industry works, man. Dude, these people have the best lawyers. You get me? Best lawyers. Of course, he's going to lose some money. Of course, hands down, he's going to lose some money. But he's still going to have enough for a couple of years, man. I mean, he still could release music. You get me? He could still get paid for features and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, how many artists have we not seen that, like, unfortunately, they do something bad, but they just waited out for like 2 years and they're back, like if nothing happened?
Well, Datsik is not back.
I mean, but he did some crazy. I mean, dude.
Well, his crazy shit.
I mean, that's some. I mean, obviously, killing. I mean, he didn't physically kill people, but obviously, his concert, due to his actions, got people killed.
Right.
But I mean, Datsik, yeah, he just like, what was it? He raped a bunch of girls.
Yeah, I mean, sexually assaulted. Allegations still to this day. But there's gonna be
arrested or no?
Huh?
Did he get arrested? Like, is he in jail or he's?
No, he's still wilding out.
For real?
Yeah, he's still. I mean, he got dropped by everybody. Like, he got dropped by his management team, his own label that he created, on his agent, his publicist, his marketer, whatnot. He got dropped. He came back and he did a hardcore video in which everybody felt like this is horseshit.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling that he's on a recovery phase, like, I'm trying to make amends, still with the allegations still to this day.
Yeah.
And he dropped a few songs here and there. You got your crazy fanatics that they're still following him. They say, "Oh, you're back. We love you."
Yeah.
And then you got the whole majority of the people in the world saying, like, "What the fuck, bro? Like, you ain't gonna go nowhere." Mind you, like, when he dropped his songs, like, it didn't go. Hold on, let me get this facts right, because I want to be sure. I don't want to misquote. But
you know what's the crazy thing about him?
What?
As far as money making wise, he can still make money. Goes producing. Hey man, tell you, man, this business, when you look behind the scene, of course there's people who are like, hey, listen, I don't fuck with you. But when these people, when money is involved, they'll do it, bro.
See, I don't know, like
I'm not saying what he did is right. No.
What he did wasn't right at all. I don't know. That's not what I'm trying to say. But
him making money, producing and ghost producing songs behind the scene. You get me?
But then again, here's the thing where I stop at that point. One, which artist is gonna go hire him in the industry that say like my song is ghost produced by Datsik? Nobody.
He doesn't have to say he's Datsik.
He could be fucking Troy for. He could be fucking Troy, but that's still Troy from Datsik. Like, what other artist is gonna take him without getting their name, ridicule, And the second thing is he doesn't make. He stopped making music a long time ago. Like, he had people do songs for him. Like, I remember Wooly have done songs for him. Company had done stuff for him.
Yeah, him and Wooly were doing most of his stuff towards the end, right?
Yeah, towards the end until, when the shit hit the fan. And, well, let me tell you a crazy story. Let me tell you two crazy things about him right now. He did release a song last year. Few songs. Last year.
As Datsik?
As Datsik. And this is wild. Each song has like at least 200,000 plays.
I mean, yeah.
Now, I can argue that these 200,000 plays are probably. Whoa, shit.
Shit, my bad, bro. I'll listen to that later.
Now we can listen to it, but like we can say that these 200,000 plays were probably bought, so that way it says phase.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm looking at some of this comments, and there's like a lot of positivity, and like
that's what I'm seeing, yeah.
And there's like less hate.
That's what I was telling you, bro. Unfortunately, you just give it a time, bro.
Damn. Do you know?
Like, dude, time it heals. What he did is not right.
No,
that guy did horrible things, but that's kind of what I'm saying, man. You just wait it out and freaking, you know me? You could do other opportunities come up again.
I can never listen to a Datsik song ever again, to be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I never listened to his stuff.
Good. I mean, you're not missing out much.
Yeah.
The one song that I'll be like okay to listen to was the one that Virtual Riot did, which is like the Nasty song. That's what it's called, Nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah, that's like the most fire song I've ever heard in my life. Like that shit, literally, like you can tell that this is all a Virtual Riot song, and you can tell like the way he cranked it up is just like holy shit. Like he cranked that shit up at the next level. But by the way, like, did you know that Datsik followed me at Instagram?
Oh shit, no.
I kid you not, bro. I got a notification. And it says like Datsik is following you. I'm like, this has to be a joke. And then when I look at his page, it's the actual him. It's Troy.
What the fuck?
I'm like, what is going on?
Wilson, he follows you.
You saw him?
I see it right now on his Instagram. It's you, and then Virtual Riot, Shalizi, Skrillex, DJ Snake, and Diblo. Like the people that I follow too.
Right. Like, and to this day, I check it as like, holy shit, this guy's still following me. Like, no, this guy's legit. Oh, wow.
He posted a week ago.
Huh?
He posted a week ago.
I haven't seen it. I don't follow him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can. I am following him on every social media.
Mm. A bunch of mostly positive.
That's just the wild thing, And obviously, him, the Bassnectar and Space Jesus situation. I think Bassnectar is much more worse than Datsik. Datsik is like everybody knows that he did it. Bassnectar was worse because he was part, like the whole thing about him was part of a human trafficking and minors and shit.
What?
Yeah.
Right, Bassnectar.
Google it up right now. Bassnectar and his situation. It was some crazy shit because the fact that his production team and his management team were all cahoots in all this, and Space Jesus too. That's where we're like, whoa.
I mean, Bassnectar was always like a fucking weirdo. He's a fucking asshole. I've heard that from a lot of people.
I've never liked Bassnectar music to begin with. Sexual abuse and grooming, including allegations that coerced her into sending sexually explicit photographs while she was underage. Explosive sex trafficking lawsuits. Sex trafficking. That's the word that I was looking for. It was sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I just saw that came up on EDM.com.
And that's the wildest shit ever. Like it's him and Space Jesus and his management team and his production team were all in cahoots with the whole this. Fuck that guy, bro. Seriously. Like you see his pictures. It's like, yo, that he's just a weirdo fuck, you know?
Yeah, he always did look like a weirdo.
Yeah, pedo weirdo. That's what he is.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts about that? Like, can you actually separate the music from the artistry?
Me personally?
Yeah, really.
Sure,
so you can. So let's say that you do like a Datsik song. Can you actually listen to a Datsik song, even knowing that what he did was foul shit?
It's hard to say that with him because I don't listen to him. But let's put myself in a situation where I did listen to his music. I could, yes, because that song has a connection with me. It's something that I would probably went through back in the days that made me listen to that song, and that just takes me back to those times. But as far as supporting him and going to his shows and stuff like that, no, I can never.
I'll do you a one better. R. Kelly.
Same thing, bro. I didn't listen to it, but I could still listen to their old songs. But like I said, I wouldn't support them listening to their shows, or I wouldn't even follow them. Nothing like that. Like I wouldn't have nothing to do with them as a person. But like their old songs, like if I like them, I like them. You get me?
What and the best one in which
it's kind of like a Michael Jackson situation. You get me? With
you just took the words out of my mouth. The Michael Jackson.
The old Michael Jackson songs, they're just good and they're classics. But of course, him as a person, what he did, if it's true, then
allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah,
like, no, for sure. I will not support him, but I'll listen to songs just because, like, I like the songs.
I don't know. It's. I was actually talking to Virus Syndicate about this stuff. Because they were actually talking about about cancel culture and can you actually separate yourself the music from the artist, even though that you knew that they did some of the foul shit. And I tell them straight up, like, I really, I can separate it, but because as a producer, as an engineer, I can actually appreciate the music and say, like, not gonna knock them down, knowing the fact that their music was, good shit,
Right.
I can't say that R. Kelly's music wasn't bad at all. Like he had hits, like he had plenty of hits. Like shit, I Believe I Can Fly.
Classic song.
Classic. All around, classic. As a producer and engineer, I can separate, and I will not knock him down the fact that he didn't do great music. However, as a consumer, I wouldn't follow him and I would not listen to any of his songs anymore. That's the way I would not support him, is by me not listening to his music, because
I respect that too. Yeah.
That I will get to. And I said the same thing with the Datsik situation, the Bassnectar situations. Like I deleted all of my music and I unfollow every single one of them from their social medias and whatnot, because I want to put out, like, I do not want to listen to that. I don't want to support them in any way capacity. I don't give a shit. What they did, it was foul. And I'm surprised that they're still wilding down out in the streets. I mean, eventually they have to go to court and they have to try to plead their innocence, but looking at the situation, it looks like it's a done deal for all of them. I'm just surprised that they're still out there without getting jail or whatnot. I had to look out to the situation to see what's up, but I was telling them this, and I just literally cannot, but I can understand how difficult it is and how hard for somebody that that you've used to listen to her music for many years, and all of a sudden you hear some of these wild stories which are allegedly true, and you just feel like a certain way and feel like, I don't know if I can do it. I get people why they can't do it. I know it's hard for them.
I understand too. I understand both ways. At the end of the day, like I said, it's just like, yeah, as them as a person, like fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck those fuckers.
Horrible people, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when they let the ego go to their head and they think they could do whatever they want.
I agree, man. And this is something that I always tell all my local people that I interview. You know, I tell them it's like, you know, just always just stick to your lane and be humble. Yeah. Be humble, bro. Just be humble in all this, bro, because like you can't let that shit affect you, because it does affect you. I even tell a couple dual artists on Dreamcatchers. Shout out to those guys. They're very cool. They're a couple, literally. They're like a better version of Bonnie and Clyde, only this time they're real people.
Right.
But
I haven't heard of them. I got a Dreamcatcher. Like, is it spelled normal?
Is it Dream Takers. Dream Takers. Yeah, it's Dream Takers. Yeah.
Like spelled normal though, or is it like I found it?
I think it's like I think they have an ads in between. Dream Takers.
A really tall guy and a girl.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah, no, I mean they're local. They're starting out, man. Their music right now is not there, but I've listened to their songs and I give them some of the feedbacks, and they're like, "Yo,
10K, almost 20K."
I mean, their Instagram is like good, and SoundCloud they need a little bit of work, but you know, shout out to those guys. But I told them, hey guys, like I know this is like an old man saying, you know, to watch out, but keep this together. Whenever you go on our shows, whenever you get that chance to get booked, make sure that if you do have a green room or a section that you're gonna be by yourself, make sure that it's just you guys. It's just you, no one else. Promoters show. If the promoter's there, the promoter is there. But do not invite anybody, because sometimes that's where sticky situations happens. Even when you have,
definitely. Like even if it doesn't have to do with you, but you're around there.
Yeah,
caught up in the mess.
Yeah, I told them like my story when I was getting booked to these shows. I always tell them on my writers like, yeah, I don't want any women in my area. It may sound misogynistic or sexist in my part, but the truth reality is like when I'm working, I'm in my game face and I'm on work mode. Like I don't want to fuck around with anybody else. And second of all, most of these girls that are into these bass shows, most of them. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying every woman is like that. So don't take this like out of context. It's like no, some of these girls are not nice people, and they'll take advantage of you. And just because you say something or something happened, they'll just put the blame on you because it's easier for them.
Of course, yeah, man.
And because they're women, everybody's gonna support them immediately, and you'll get fucked by the ass without even listening to a story.
Yeah, it is a fucked up situation, man.
Yeah, that's why I always put like, unless they're working, like I don't want anybody near me. Like I just want to be minding my own business, focusing on my game, and let's go. You know, let's do this.
Right.
Because
agree, it's 100% agree.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to feel like it should be like something like that. Like we should be like that, but it has to be, because if
just
not
protecting yourself,
yeah, you're just being cautious at that point, you know?
Yeah, you're being cautious. You shouldn't feel bad for that.
You shouldn't be even feeling bad about it. You're just being cautious. You're protecting yourself, your brand, your image, you know, or overall. But, you know, like it's sad that it has gotten to this point in which is like, damn, like these are the measures that we got to do to protect ourselves, you know? I mean, how many times have you heard my story? Like, you know, like Big and Slim on our first show with Jello Claw, a lot of people were saying that, oh yeah, Wilson was talking shit about you at the day of our show.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
You never heard that story?
No.
Shut up, bro. You never heard that story from Big and from the rest of the guys? Dude, we cleared that shit out a long time ago. But bro, I got so much heat on me that I had calls from everyone. From Mike. I had calls from Mike. I had calls from Frank fucking Rodriguez, a guy that
yeah, what the hell?
I barely talked to him, and he got my number somehow, and he talked to me about it. I got calls from Lucho. I got calls from fucking Paul Campbell. People were saying like, oh, I was talking shit. I was like, what? How? Bro, I was in my own lane. I was in my own space. I don't know what the hell's going on. Big and Slim were conference called me and we're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I thought you were a homie and shit. Like, I'm like, wait, what? What happened? What's going on? No, don't play dumb. Like, you know what happened? I'm like, no, I don't. What's going on? Oh, I heard that you were talking shit. It's like, where'd you heard this? I was minding my own business after the show. Wait, what? After I finished my set? Yeah, that's what we heard. It's like, dude, after my set, I was hanging around with all my homies. I was hanging around with Ricky. We were all drinking and having a good time. I was hanging with all the other people. We were just having a good time, not minding my own business. You guys doing your shit. Is like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? We cleared it out. We cleared it out because we find out who was talking shit. I'm not gonna put the names out there.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna name this one. I'll bleep this name out. Was talking shit about Big and Slim. And because at that time I was hanging around with those guys.
It came down to you.
It came down to me because my name was associated with them and somehow. And it's like, oh yeah, Wilson was hanging around with him. So everybody assumed that I was, I started the whole shit. Bro, you have no idea what kind of, it's like, wow, wild shit for me.
Yeah.
Me of all people, talking smack to my own people.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like, dude, like.
You didn't even know what was going on.
And people were just like, oh, you didn't know what was going on, huh? And I'm like, no, dude, I just performed my first show in Florida. My first ever big concert show in my life. Why would I talk about other people's shit? Like, I got my own lane. I'm sticking my own lane. And I tell people, it's like, dude, talk to this person. Talk to fucking Ricky. I was with him. He was with me the whole fucking night. We were drinking and partying and having a good time. Talk to him. He can vouch for me. I wasn't talking shit about nobody. Right. But later found out it was, between, we're all talking shit. Bro, that put a damper on my image. I just literally started my career there, That's what's wild. I just literally started and I'm already receiving shit.
That's why it's you got to be careful who you surround yourself with, man.
Yeah.
But that was a lesson learned, you get me?
No, that was a quick lesson learned because immediately after, as soon as I heard that and I found out all the truth, I distanced myself with them and the whole group all together. It's like, I'm doing my own route, bro. Yeah. And that's where I stay close to you and Kevin at the time, and I stick around with you guys because, you guys weren't about that shit. We all wanted the same thing and we're trying to grind together. See, I follow with you guys. I hang around with you guys because you guys are good people,
Yeah. That's why I never got close to those guys. Those guys were.
Yeah, no, bro. It was just like, and you know what? Good for them. What's happening with them right now. Shout out to those guys. You guys are doing your job. But will I ever work for you ever again? No, absolutely not. Would I hang out with you guys? No. Would I support you guys? No. I support you from far away. Like, kudos to you guys. You guys do your thing.
Exactly, man.
Shout out to you guys for reaching your dreams and getting your shit released and getting played and doing your tour. Stay in your lane, but and after that, never again, bro, never again. And I tell this story to everybody. It's like, that's why when you guys are getting starting booked, you better be careful who you hang out. And if you're gonna get booked, just make sure that you're just by yourself and just get your game face on. Don't surround it by people because that's where, let's just say, the promoter brings girls or brings guys, and someone does some shit and they happen to be in the table that you are in. You haven't done anything and you just happen to be surrounded by them, and then some shit happened, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, they were part of it, so you take the blame, and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't know what was going on. I was just waiting for my set. Yeah, bro, that was my story. I didn't know you knew about that.
I didn't.
So you never knew the reason why I never liked those guys to begin with?
The only reason you gave me, because I'd never heard the story, was because like they were just like abusing you. You get me?
Oh, that was one part of it. That's one set.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I was too naive to know about it. I was too naive to know about it. And then after I found out who was the one who started all this, that's where like, oh, ding. Now it made sense.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. And then later on that year, I remember EDC Orlando happened, and I wasn't there, and they were around, and they were around with some people that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
And someone mentioned my name by accident. It's like something about Wolfson, and they asked like, "Oh, Wolfson is here," and they're like, "No, Wolfson's not here." It's like, "Oh, well, fuck that guy." And then like, "Oh yeah, fuck the N word." Oh boy, oh boy. When I heard that news, I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, dude. Nah.
And the funny thing is like I relayed that message to Mike and Ricky and Cheryl.
Yeah, dude, you could tell those guys are shady as fuck, man. That's why, you just the more you're in it, the more you could pick out the people. Like you could tell what their real motives are.
Yeah, bro. It's just it's a roller coaster in here.
Yeah, unfortunately, these are things in life where you have to go through for you to learn your lesson. You get me? And now you could pass down those experience. You could just tell people, but majority of the time, people need to pass through it to learn their lesson. You get me?
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, but that's exactly why I have this show, the Lone Wolv Podcast, so people can hear my experiences and talk about it and tell people is like, yo, guys, like maybe sometimes it's inevitable, but if there's a way that you can avoid it, at least it's because you heard my story and you're like, oh yeah, I heard this from Wilson and Seltz. Like, yeah, I have to avoid this. I have to be careful. I have to be mindful, because I want to try to get people to be like a little bit more mindful about these certain things and be prepared. Is like, just let you guys know it's not all pieces and cream. Like, expect some of this shit, bro.
Nothing is sunny clouds and all that stuff. There's always something in it.
Yeah, there's always something in it. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Before we wrap this up, we're gonna do like a little section of listening some tunes, to see your reactions about it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna send you 3 songs.
Cool.
One of them happens to be mine.
Okay.
And I want to hear your thoughts about them. All 3 songs.
Let's go with the Wolfson.
Yeah.
There's Whip.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So the Whip that you've probably heard it before, and you've helped me fix
the mixing.
Yeah, but now it has like a better drop version on the second half, and some of the songs sounds like much more wider and bigger. So,
all right, let's listen. I lower the volume.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
You hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
There's something in the sound.
killed that, bro. That's fire. The only thing I would say is, do you use multi-band compression on your master?
I do.
Okay, and the low end just needs to be a little bit better controlled, but other than that, that's just fire. Dude, this fucking that heavy drop is nasty, bro.
Yeah, that one I actually like. Okay. Let me just make it a little bit much more cohesive.
Yes, and it flows.
Yes,
and that's what a lot of people need to work on. It flows like it coming from the soft part to that. It flowed really. Hell yeah, heavy dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Reminds me of Phase. What's that guy that signed to Disciple?
Phase 1.
Phase 1, yeah. That drop reminds me of Phase 1, bro. Heavy.
I like inspirations from between.
So that's like a triple, right?
That's actually a snare on layer on top with a laser gun, high pitch.
Yeah, that's like a what's his name? The heavy dubstep guy for Kid. But yeah, dude, that's heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you. So
and just control the low end a little bit on the multi-band. You should be good, bro.
I'll definitely will. I have to come back again and finish it, man, because I feel like this is like gonna be like the final version of this song, bro. Because I love it. I love it more than what it was before.
Hell yeah, dude. Do that shit. Just don't spend too much time to it, because then you're gonna overthink it too much.
Yeah, no. I decided like I just needed like the one last feedback, and I'm out of here, and then just work on it and finish it, and that's it. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I want this song to be like my first song of next year. Like in January, it's like boom, Wolves of Music, a new one, bam.
That boy. All right. That's what's up. All right, let's listen to Fox Stevenson, Good Time.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? I'm that fake smile gleaming. Yeah, I'm the lie that you choose. Well, I've been a loving lover. I've been a trusting brother.
That's fucking good, bro.
It's
You see what I was talking about? You see how his low end is controlled? Like it's one volume and like it's down the mono.
yeah.
That's all you need to do with that sub bass, because that sub bass feels like it's all the way over here. Just multi-band compress that bad boy. They don't be there. This is a really good song, bro.
Fucking Fox Stevenson, bro. When I heard that song, like he just released it a few days ago, I'm just like, holy shit, you're back at drum and bass. Yes.
Hell yeah. And I like how he incorporates like a band feel to it. Like the guitars and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, dude, you know that Pat is actually the drummer for Fox Stevenson's tour?
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool. Hell yeah.
He's actually having a great time right now with Fox.
I see that from his. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, he's touring around Europe right now with Fox doing the whole band thing.
Yeah. I know that's for sure what he's been dying to do, man.
Yeah.
Honestly. All right, let's see. Next up, Nitty Gritty. Damn, this waveform is a sausage, my boy.
It sounds
Nitty Gritty, Ivory, and Shaq.
Holy. Yeah, no, it sounds heavy.
The rules are, there are no rules. You want to push me? Do you think you can knock me around? Push me? Shove me? But beware, the diesel is coming, you little bitch. Push comes to shove, hack a shack in the mosh pit. The diesel is coming.
That's Ivory right there.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, and that little glitch at the end of the second gun that goes. Oh my god! Like the whole
nasty, dude.
It's fucking.
I like how you can tell who like each drop though. They put their own identity on that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking heavy.
Oh, bro, this like I literally texted Nitty saying it's like, dude, I literally shit my pants when I heard this song with you and Ivory.
That's just fucking heavy,
bro. I was just like, what is going on here, bro? Like you can play what doesn't matter what drop you play, it's heavy. fact, you can play the whole song and it still sounds like what the fuck, bro.
Agreed, man. Dude, holy shit. That was some crazy sound designing right there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Like I want to get to that level too.
You did, bro. Just keep at it. Keep at it.
Keep at it, man.
That's literally the thing, bro. Just keep at it, and you get it, bro.
Yeah,
dude. Honestly, that song should be a good a reference for the low end. What I was talking about. It was really controlled there. Too.
Really, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will have to actually put the
because you have something similar to the word.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that's
Creep, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's actually a filter automation. It's an EQ filter automation that you just like pan it and then just like whoa, just make it sound like that wobbly sound effect.
Right, gotcha. The auto pan shit.
Yeah, it's EQ and auto pan at the same time. So you automate that little section, and that's when you get that the high frequency hidden from the bottom to all the way to the original sound.
Nice. You know what helps out too is like very little because it goes crazy. Frequency shifter.
Yeah, I need to start using frequency shifter more often. Like
that shit's crazy. You switch it from I forgot. There's another option there because if you just turn it just a little bit, it goes crazy. There's an option where you could like press it and like you turn it and like it changes softly. I mean, it's not a drastic change.
I have to start learning how to use it more often because I preach about it and I encourage people a lot to like, hey, go do it. Use frequency shift as well, but I don't use it.
Yeah, dude. Try it, bro. You'll get some crazy sounds.
I bet, bro.
I fucking love that reverb throw. Fucking Liddy showed me that shit. I was like, yeah, that's just crazy, bro. What that he does with his little signature.
Yeah. I actually learned that from Company, how to do that.
Well, yeah. I think that's probably where he learned it from.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, that shit's fire, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, bro. Like that. Those are like my top 3 of the month. Is like, yeah, I love these songs.
Damn, that shit was heavy.
Yeah, I mean, the next thing I want to do I've showed it to you the last time we were together. I showed you the song. Is like I want to get to, like I want to make sauce as heavy as this, or as fast as this. The 10 Midnight with Pixel Terror and Chime song, Sleepless.
Send it. Oh wait, I can just search it up.
Yeah, you can. It's just go Sleepless.
I always tell that to people. Like, if you ever need help, just let me know. I'll help you out.
Oh, I will always go for you for any sort of help, including the feedbacks. You're the only person I go for feedback.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, because I always do the same thing. Like, if I were to send my music, I want people to give me that. Like, they'll give me that. Like, oh yeah, it's good. And like, no, fuck that bullshit. Yeah. Tell me what I got to work on.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean that's why we help each other out for that, bro. Like that's where we're here for, man.
Damn, you actually made me want to make EDM a little bit.
I tend to do that, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do a little sound design.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So we're gonna leave it here, man. Before we go, is there anything else you want to let the people know where they can follow you, or any advice that you want to give them?
Yeah. Right now, you can follow me on social media. I just use Instagram, Seltz with 4 Z's. Or is it 3? Let me verify because the one that I wanted is taken. So so it's 2 Z's underscore. So Seltz.
Okay.
Underscore. But what you could expect from me, I'm not really doing EDM anymore. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything, but mostly right now in the future, I'm mostly working in the Latin world. So if anybody out there is trying to look for Latin beats, I'm gonna be putting a beat store real soon. So keep that in mind for future reference. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I already got going for me, man.
We didn't talk enough about your Latin world, man.
Let's leave it for next time, bro. Because right now everything's on works. And I got a couple things, but for sure, I've noticed that I'm the type of person that I can't do too many things at the same time. That's just the way I am. So I'm knocking things one by one. So with time, I'll be in a good area. All
right. That sounds great to me, man. I'd love to hear that, man.
When I'm the 100th episode,
dale. By
that time, everything's already set, brother.
Dale. Hey, that's 20 weeks from now, man. That's 20 weeks from now.
more than enough time, man. And if I don't have nothing by then that's on me.
There's no, it's not it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Well, man, thank you very much for coming in and have this nice little chat and catching up with you, man. I always love talking to you, bro. I always feel like, you're like one of the few people that can actually talk to you about all this sort of stuff and just express myself, and I hope that I'm one of those people that you can express yourself as well and feel comfortable, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Same here, man. Thank you for having me in this wonderful podcast. And I wish you nothing but the best, man. Look, like I said, hard work pays off. You're having a big artist tomorrow, right? You said
Wednesday
on
the next episode.
Just keep at it, brother. I mean, dude, you already had Nitty, you had Shindo, you had Big and Slim. You had already artists that are already established. You get me?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure more that I've missed. But now look at that. You're going to the next level, man. And yeah, you're gonna get there.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you for coming to the show, and thank you guys for listening. Every week is a brand new episode with a brand new topic. So always remember to be sure to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at the Lone Wolv Podcast for SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Because now we got our own URL.
Boy.
That's what we're talking about, guys. The Lone Wolv Podcast. Follow me, youtube.com/Lone Wolv, the Lone Wolv Podcast. Or to make things easier for you guys, lonewolfpod.com. Okay, guys? Either way, we still got it, guys. So comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts, share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want me or Seltz to cover, please let us know in the comments down below, and we'll try our best to cover it on the next episode. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.